Navel gazing about Shimano product launches is one of our favourite pastimes here at BikeRadar, but it's not without good reason. Along with Sram, key launches from both brands are the biggest news in cycling tech and play a key part in shaping overall industry trends. 2021 saw the release of two new road group sets from Shimano, Dura-Ace R9200 and Ultegra R8100, with both being significant updates that provide some insight into Shimano's overall strategy for the next few years. We've pulled together our knowledge of Shimano gear past and present to decide on the 5 key products we want to see from the brand in 2022. Before we get into our list, what do you want to see from Shimano? Let us know in the comments. Shimano's update to its Dura-Ace and Ultegra road group sets was the biggest tech news of 2021. Among other refinements, this saw both move to 12-speed and, for the first time ever, both were offered as an electronic Di2 group set at launch. Previously, both mechanical and electronic versions of Shimano's road bike group sets would typically be released concurrently, but unless there's something of a U-turn, mechanical group sets are dead as far as the brand's 2 top-tier road drive chains are concerned. Assuming things follow typical product cycles, 105 is the next group set due to be updated in Shimano's range, and we think there's a strong possibility it will go Di2. While any electronic version of 105 would have been in the works long before rival ETAP Access was released to the public, Shimano will not wish to be seen lagging behind its biggest rival. While there is, of course, nothing wrong with mechanical shifting, Sram has helped reshape the thinking on electronic shifting. Where it was once the reserve of top-spec dream bikes with the launch of rival ETAP Access, it is now increasingly seen as a normal spec option on mid-range bikes, albeit in the context of price rises across the market. Offering an electronic group set that appeals to buyers in the middle of the market will be the key if Shimano wishes to remain at the sharp end. If 105 Di2 is in the works, we expect it will also move to 12-speed, adopt the semi-wireless setup seen on Ultegra and Dura-Ace, and get a light aesthetic update. Would mechanical 105 also get an update at the same time? Or will Shimano extend its commitment to electronic group sets and ditch mechanical at 105 level? Let us know what you want to see in the comments below. With hindsight, you could argue that Shimano is simply too early to the game with electronic group sets for mountain bikes, with the launch of the XTR Di2 in 2014. Getting mountain bikers onto electronic group sets when they weren't even fully established on the road was always going to be a hard task. Shimano XTR M9050 Di2 and XT M8050 Di2 were, in most respects, very good group sets, but neither was enthusiastically embraced. However, things have changed a lot since 2014. Electronic group sets are now widely used on the road, and Sram has normalised their use of off-road with its wireless Eagle ETAP Access family. Sram also played a bit of a blinder by realising the wider possibilities of integration that Access offers. The brand's Reverb Access wireless dropper post and flight attendant suspension control system both integrate into the Eagle family, and this is the big draw of electronic group sets off-road for many riders. Shimano's mechanical XTR M9100 group set was released in mid-2018, which also puts it in line for an update if we're following Shimano's typical 4-year product cycle. If it is updated, we wouldn't be surprised if a Di2 version was released alongside a mechanical group set. I say this with absolutely no intention of throwing shade at Shimano. Not even the biggest manufacturer of cycling components could have predicted the huge growth that cycling has experienced over the last 2 years. Nor could Shimano have predicted the labour and raw material shortages that have affected all industries. And I would guess the brand wasn't expected to be hit by fires, floods, and now, of all things, highway robbery. As a result, some Shimano parts have become almost impossible to get hold of. All of this has conspired to make the past couple of years enormously frustrating for bike brands, shops, and of course, consumers. But we're sure it's equally frustrating for Shimano. What brand would ever wish poor availability and impossible to forecast demand upon itself? Shimano is far from alone here, and we simply wish good fortune and plentiful bike components upon all manufacturers, both big and small, for the future. Cast your mind back to May 2019. 72-year-old French adventurer Jean-Jacques Savin crossed the Atlantic Ocean in a barrel. Snapchat released its oddly upsetting baby face filter, and Shimano released its brand spanking new Shimano GRX gravel group set. Offering a one-buy option, 3 spec levels, including a Di2 option, and a range of wheel sets, DRX, the world's first gravel-specific group set, was groundbreaking for Shimano and the industry as a whole. It's now widely spec'd on many of the best gravel bikes out there and is consistently praised by all here at BikeRadar. Since then, it's all been quiet from Shimano on the gravel front. That's not totally surprising. As I already said, Shimano group sets are updated on a 3 to 5 year cycle. While that would make an update to GRX a little bit premature, it wouldn't come as a huge surprise if the brand brought forward a launch of an updated GRX group set to stay ahead of the curve. Especially with last year's arrival of Sram Explore, which consists of gravel-specific gearing and a gravel-tuned suspension fork. Realistically, there's little that we'd look to change with GRX. It's very good after all. But we'd expect the next generation will follow Dura-Ace and Ultegra in going 12-speed and getting an aesthetic update. Assuming a theoretical 12-speed GRX group set used the same cassette spacing as the brand's mountain bike group sets, going 12-speed could also open up the possibility of so-called mullet builds on Shimano group sets, whereby a road/gravel crankset is paired with a wide-ranging MTB cassette. Gravel riding is going to remain one of cycling's hottest tickets, and Shimano will want to continue to capitalise on that. Given the overall trajectory of the road group set market, this one feels a bit more of a pipe dream. But hey, why not think big? Shimano Dura-Ace R9100 arguably represented the pinnacle of mechanical road bike shifting, the silky lever feel and reliability that remains pretty much unchallenged. So good is the performance of R9100 that, in a comparison between SRAM Force ETEP Axis and Shimano Ultegra Di2 R8050, BikeRadar's former senior writer, Matthew Loveridge, decided he would buy neither and would opt for a mechanical Dura-Ace instead. Since Dura-Ace R9200 launched as an electronic-only group set, there have been no rumours, gossip or hearsay to suggest that a new mechanical Dura-Ace, or Ultegra for that matter, is in the works, and that feels like a missed opportunity. While few would turn down the opportunity to own Dura-Ace R9200 Di2, there are some holdouts, and we'd love to see the option of a mechanical group set available at the top end of the sport. So what do you think? Are mechanical group set fans set to become the new rim brake Luddites? Will cable boards be excluded from the 12-speed community? Time will tell, but we won't hold our breath. That's what we want to see from Shimano in 2022. But what do you want to see? Let us know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell icon so every time we post a new video, you get a notification.